Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have to go into this conversation because yes, it is something that everyone is right now thinking about. Now, first and foremost, in this video, it is grounded on the trailer, but of course it is still speculation because we yet have not had any official confirmation from Bandai Namco about the official races or even if you can create characters. This is really important. Take it as right now, this is the interpretation from the trailer, so this may be of course wrong. Could be that there's literally no character creation whatsoever. You never know, man, you never know. So starting off with the trailer, we have that there are going to be potentially 5 races on version 1.0, and these are human, demon, Namek, Cyan, and android. Now, in the official trailer, we can see something very important. Again, take this with a pinch of salt because you don't know yet what it actually means. It says in the Bandai Namco comment on the trailer, by the way, the trailer is doing really good, 1.6 million views, that's really nice. And it says the following, and yes, there is character customization. Now, very important, they're not saying character creation, they're saying character customization. And this should be an alarm bell for many people, right? This is really important. You're acting like the previous games didn't have character customization. I mean, that's the thing. If you read properly and you understand the hidden meaning, it could mean that you will only be able to customize and not create a race, potentially, right? But let's go on with the assumption that you will be able to create a race. From the trailer, we see that they do present races in the game itself, right? In the trailer. So first off, with the obvious human, as you can see in the trailer, of course, here we have the obvious human here. He is rocking around. There's actually, the city is mostly populated by humans, if you think about it. As you can see here, like there's literally humans everywhere. And there's obviously a quick glance of Piccolo. Piccolo is still alive. Wait, where was he? Where was he? He was here, right? He was here. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, good boy, Piccolo. He's immortal, basically, right? I mean, not immortal, but you know, he has a very long lifespan because he's a Namekian, right? Now, after that, we have that. I think this guy is also a human. I don't think he is an android, to be honest. Just like very muscly. I guess this could be the muscly body type, for example. Who knows, right? For humans, for example. And then we have here other characters. These are most likely NPCs, which are going to give you potentially missions or something like that. That's a possibility, right? Now, this is a Cyan. As you can see here, he's a Cyan with a tail. Really obvious here, 100%. There's like a tail there, which is there. This is a demon, or obviously Kaioshin, but Kaioshins come from the demon realm. We learned that from Dragon Ball Daima. In Dragon Ball Daima, if you watch the anime, which I'm pretty sure you have, the Kaioshins are actually demons from the demon realm because of their pointy ears. So it's going to be called a demon race, right? Obviously, yeah. And then moving on here, we have the call here, the main character or the player character answers it, and then we have a conversation. Now Bulma here, she is still alive, and here we have, there's one android. This guy, I don't know if sure this guy is Gamma 1 or he just looks like Gamma 1 from Dragon Ball Superhero. It could be he is Gamma 1 because androids can live forever because they're immortal as well, right? So yeah, we have android race pretty much confirmed, which is there, as you can see here. And yeah, then this is just obviously the customization, colors, all those things, right? Which is really nice. Now on the panel here, so that's kind of the end of it. Here there's just some more like gameplay, and then yeah, just some more stuff here, so nothing here. On the actual customization panel, this is the part here, which again, it's really interesting how Bandai Namco kind of did this, to be honest, which you have it in here. Let's just go really quickly on. Yeah, so we got the panel here. As you can see, you can customize your clothing, so your top, your pants, your hat, your glasses. This is potentially your, I know, armor, shield, I have no idea. This is food and stuff like that, which is really interesting. And you have here colors and whatnot. So there's going to be quite a wide array of customization for the character. Now, again, really important, some people just go crazy with this and they're using speculation to say facts, which is not right. For example, Velocity here is posting these things here saying Xenoverse 3 Imagine Race fully in character creation. I mean, again, like these things, man, like we don't know if this is real or not. This is just pure speculation. This was just made by, someone. I have no idea who made this. Again, Kaioshin Race, as you can see here. I don't know who made these things, honestly, made these photos. I mean, they're quite convincing when, of course, they're just all fake. This is not real. This is not being anywhere in trailers. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so image from Slow Play's video. So this is from Slow Plays, again, these things. So yeah, people can, I guess, speculate as much as they want. But at the end of the day, we have to keep this grounded, which is the fact that you don't know if it's going to have character creation or not. You can assume it has it because Xenoverse 1 had it, Xenoverse 2 had it. But if you just assume based on that, you're making a very, you're falling into a trap because this could be a completely different game. Going back to the Steam, also this one here is really important for Mark. This guy also makes really interesting videos on YouTube in Spanish. So he says the following: Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 and its races. The Saiyan race might have a tail. We might see the Demon race, very extensive customization. Android race, question mark. So yeah, even he doesn't know effectively, like, if you can actually, create your own characters or not. Maybe you can interact with the characters, with the races, of course, and get certain items from them. But so far, there's no real news about the fact that can you then actually create your character like that. Bandai Namco could also, I mean, it's Bandai, right? Bandai loves the money. So they could potentially, just imagine for a second, release the game just with the Saiyans, for example, and then new races you have to pay for DLC. I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But it sounds crazy, and it is. But what if they're going to do that? I mean, there's literally nothing stopping them because people will still pay for it. People will pay for it. They will buy the full-price game, and then every time a new race comes up with like $10, people will pay for it to get the new race and get the new skills and play new missions for that race and other stuff. I mean, again, it's Bandai, man. I would not be surprised. People will be pissed off, but at the same time, people will still pay for it. And people will still buy it, and people will still spend money on it, on every single DLC for every single race. Again, I'm just putting this out there. That also could be a possibility. If we go to the Steam account, this is really important here. And then we're going to go to this one because there's some interesting talk about Bulma here, which is quite interesting, to be honest. But let's just go first to Steam because this is very interesting here. So if you go to Steam here, we see something quite interesting. So Xenoverse 3, it says the following. This is really interesting stuff. On the description of the game itself, it says a whole new world. So it says here, step in a brand new future Dragon Ball universe, right? Filled with unique, original characters brought to life by Akira Toriyama. And it says here the following: explore the bustling city, encounter characters, and uncover exciting new stories. Take your place in the story and experience what awaits, guided into the ranks of the Great Saiyan Squad. So you're going to join a specific squad in the story mode, which is the Saiyan Squad. Now, doesn't make any sense for a Majin or an Amikian or a human to join the Saiyan Squad because, again, that's the Saiyan Squad. That's a squad specially for the Saiyans because they have certain skills, which is useful for them, of course, to fight in certain fights against certain types of enemies. Again, I'm just taking this as I'm reading it, but like, doesn't make any sense that, a demon or an Amikian joins the Saiyan Squad. It just doesn't make any sense. The next part is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 delivers an action-adventure experience. Not action fighting or action arena, action adventure experience. So again, this could mean that the gameplay itself is going to be more geared towards actual action adventure, like in an open space, open areas potentially, and it's going to be more action, so third person action against mobs, as you saw in the first trailer, like in the teaser, with the main character, the white-haired guy, kind of fighting all these mobs in the training room, right? That could be the case, and this may not actually be a classic arena fighter. I know, man. I mean, yeah. It says here, with intense battles and extensive, again, really important, extensive character customization options. Remember this. This is really important. And then after this, we're going to go to this one, because this one is a very interesting theory about Bulma. But remember this one, right? With intense battles and extensive character customization options. Now, let's just go very quickly, right, to Xenoverse 2, just very quickly. Xenoverse 2 says the following, and this is the part here where it's like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. So in Xenoverse 2, it says here the following. As you progress through the game, you can customize your character appearance, allowing you to create a truly unique, powerful fighter. Create. Not just customize, but create. Again, with a vast array of customization options, you can create a character that truly fits your style and personality. From race and appearance to abilities and moveset, you have complete control over your fighter. Again, this is really important, man. At no point in the current Steam description of Xenoverse 3, they mention anything about creation. And why is that? Could just be a placeholder, maybe it's a placeholder, but if they want to continue in the vein of Xenoverse 2, why don't they just put from the beginning creation? Why did they just say customization? Doesn't make any sense, right? Anyway, we're gonna move on to this one here, which is a very interesting one. So a popular theory is that Bulma in Xenoverse 3 is actually an angel, and that she is the angel of Vegeta, who by this time period would be the god of destruction for Universe 7. Now that's pretty crazy, right? However, then we have questions on why she doesn't always wear that halo shape around her neck, and if she's an angel, why is she traveling by human means? Shouldn't she be able to technically teleport? Also, isn't there a thing about angels not getting directly involved in the business of mortals? There is something else to consider. Whis is the current angel of Universe 7. He is good friends with Bulma. There is a possibility that Vegeta still ends up in his god of destruction role, and as a tank for the everything Whis somehow makes it possible that Bulma can retain her youth similar to an angel, right? Or did she design this thing herself that mimics angel abilities and also means retaining in an angel's body? Again, I mean, it's Bulma. Bulma is a genius, right? In the manga and anime, so I'm not surprised. I mean, she made a time machine for crying out loud. Of course, she'll be able to make a gizmo which is going to retain her youth for ever, right? If this was gifted to her or she designed it to herself, it would be more in line with who Bulma is and explain why she doesn't exactly have things such as flight, in a way of retaining her youthful presence while not having to adhere to the rules set out by an angel. That's too much responsibility for Bulma. I mean, again, it's pretty interesting, and again, this actually makes a lot of sense. She would create this gizmo to basically still be alive and kind of support Vegeta in his God of Destruction role, effectively, right? And because of that, she would effectively, be there as a support and at the same time be part of this Saiyan patrol thing and kind of coordinating it, which goes more in line with the fact that if you're an angel, you can't really do that because you're not allowed to kind of interfere with daily life for different planets, right? So yeah, pretty interesting stuff, guys. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Honestly, there's lots of speculation out there, but keeping it grounded based on the trailer, all right, based solely on the trailer, we may be getting 5 different races at the start of the game, but this is a really big but. That's only if customization from Bandai actually means creation, because if it doesn't mean creation, then we're not gonna get any of this on release, right? So I don't know, guys, we'll find out, of course, but as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and as always, I shall see you later in the next videos. Bye.